Good morning. It's been quite some time. Sorry about that, but I'm quite a busy man. Don't always have time, and I travel quite a lot for my work. So I've been spending about past month and a half in Australia. Didn't have any, didn't have any much time to ride the bike as I would prefer it, but hey, it's work. So as you guys can see, I got a little new update for you. I got finally have my suitcases. Um, these are the Givi Outback series. I choose the just the aluminum color instead of the black ones because if you travel every day like me and you choose the black ones, the bike is black as well. Might look badass, but if you have bad weather, you can see every raindrop on the suitcase. I'm not in the mood to clean every suitcase every day off. The sides I always take off when I'm going to work because when there's traffic, they stick quite a lot out of the bike. I'll show you. So, hope you can see this on the camera. So when you're in traffic, I always count the width of the bike from my handlebars up, so I know how much play I have. But with the suitcases, I don't feel so confident by chasing through the traffic. You never know when another car is gonna switch in your lane and you need to do like a little pit stop maneuver or something like that to avoid hitting him. But yeah, if you have your suitcases on the sides, it might be hitting his mirror or something like that. So if you ask me, they look pretty nice. They're very rigid. I've taken them off-road as well. I'm gonna show you the back. So this is the back view. Those are the small ones. You have bigger versions, but they're longer and they're wider, so they're actually not worth their money. Because if you're like me and you're going on holidays with the suitcases, you just go to the adventure store and you buy just like a waterproof bag and just place the waterproof bag on top of this one and on top of that one and just strap it and just rest on your rear seat. I don't have any missus, so she won't be coming. They're pretty easy. I'll show you one. So I'm gonna unlock this one. You just look, snap right off. So I'll give you the overview. If you would prefer, you can always hook this off and take the cover off. I use these ones when I'm traveling. Next weekend I'll be going to Germany, to the Nürburgring, with a motorcycle magazine and a lot of friends of mine. I'll probably take these two with me, just as easy. Just fill them up with clothes and electronics and stuff like that. There we go. And just hook them off, take them to your hotel room and just drop them there off. Top one will stay on, it's easy. Fits they fit helmets. If that's not the right way. Yeah, the problem is the side suitcases come delivered with an extra spare lock and a spare key, which I just changed over, and I just saw that this is locked, while with the other ones is straight up locked, and this is unlocked. I need to fix this later. It fits a helmet, no problem with this. I carry my my backpack in the top suitcase. I've been carrying it for, I've loaded the top one with about 12 kilos and it should be fine. The safety warning says it can be 10 kilos and you can't drive harder than 120 kilometers. Don't worry, I've tested them out and they will hold 200 kilometers easy. So you definitely feel them catching wind. So while I'm gonna give you like a little tip for removing. If you pull the lever and they don't snap off quite fast, just give them a little tap on the top. I'm gonna cut this section out because it's gonna be shaky. Okay, here we are again. Had a little problems, almost dropped the camera, so put the camera beside. As they are new, these guys don't like to drop down as easy as I would. I'll probably use some grease to help loosen them off, but I like when they're firm, so I don't worry much about losing the locks on the bike. So moving on to the system. These guys and that guy is the whole reason why it took so long before I got my suitcases. The suitcases are universal, they go on BMW, Kawasaki, you name it, but it's the racks that are bike specific. And since this bike, as you all know when you buy it, accessories for the bike are a little bit on the downside. I prefer to have them more available, but for some reason manufacturers aren't too jumpy to produce any aftermarket parts for it. So these guys, they're bolted straight to the frame. You can have a link up here to your footrest, and you have two links here straight to the frame, some bolts, and then you have a crossbar that's going all the way across to the other side. Even when you don't have your suitcases, they will act as crash bars. So there might be expensive crash bars, but well, they will protect your bike. I'm confident about that. For the top one, you have some side braces to support the rear of the how do you say it, the mount. They're all made from iron. I think it's not aluminum, it's iron. It's not stainless, but the paint job on the bars themselves are, I think, pretty rugged, so they can stand in all weather all day without showing any speckle of rust. They have a cross mount as well for support. They have a cross mount beneath the plastic one, because this is plastic. As you can see, they have a support mount all the way across to the bottom. This is made from iron, and the upper half, the cover themselves, is made from plastic. For some reason they made it of plastic. I paid about 140 euros for the small one and 190 euros for the sides. If I look in the total picture, it's about 1,400 euros for the suitcases and the mounts. It was pretty easy to do, but the manual, it could have been better. So it's definitely worth taking your time. A little tip, what I always do is don't screw them all the way in, just screw them so they have thread and they're still sticking out, just in case if you need to wiggle a little bit to get the other bolts in. And when all of the bolts are in, you can start tighten them, but not like this one tighten, that one tighten, this and that. Just go like this, cross, do the other side cross, then do the beneath ones, and then do the lower ones. And also, it helps installing everything. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. I'm not gonna make this video too long because I need to edit it quite. And my program, last time I was editing a video, I might do this for the karting day. I'll upload this one as well. The program crashed about 7 times, and I had to start from scratch from 7 times over, because for some reason it saved, but it didn't save because it was corrupt. So that was quite frustrating. The same way for just snapping them on. I'm gonna see. Just take your suitcase. Hang on. There we go. So just point out doing this by one hand is not easy. Just, you can see the little notches in the suitcases, you just slide them on, and that doesn't take any effort. And you see there are red thingies for the locks, and as soon as I turn green, then it's safe to use. And the suitcase won't go anywhere. I had about 20 kilos in the sides and about 12 kilos in the top. And the bike wheel is really heavy, and it's definitely a lot of feeling for the bike. That's something you need to know. If you buy suitcases and you load your bike on the sides and the top, definitely put your shock on the hardest mode you can get them, because it feels spongy. Because the Belgian roads aren't so great and they're full of potholes and stuff like that. And it makes it really comfortable to feel to ride, but when you're going in turns and you have like a little bit of gravel, it feels like sketchy, and I don't like to feel sketchy. I want to feel that my tire is already sticking to the asphalt or looking for grip. So suspension wise, I still need to figure out when it's fully loaded in which settings I need to put it. At the moment it's being put between comfort and sport. I can still feel what the back end's doing while maintaining a comfortable ride. Meanwhile, I had to change these guys to newer ones. I've bought smaller ones because the other ones were about 4 to 5 millimeters gone, and these ones just, I can nearly see it, but it just barely touches with a little rock or something like that. And then I was looking to my tires and I was thinking perhaps I should buy the longer ones, because I'm all the way to the edge, and when I was driving I felt my back wheel sometimes dipping away, and that's the reason, because I was at the edge of the tire. This is the first bike that I have driven in a very long time, which isn't a sport bike. That makes me able to do this. So I'm very pleased with this bike. I had some people asking me questions about the bike, how it rides, how it feels, and it depends on the rider. I've had people who said I bought a bike, I was just driving it and I found it very amusing and it was the best bike I ever had, and then after a month of riding they said I sold it again because the engine was too vibrant for me. Yeah, it's a V-twin, so if you want something smooth, don't have much vibrance in such areas, you could always buy a 4-in-line. If you like the torque and the smoothness, you can buy a 3-in-line like from Triumph. It's actually up to you for the riders. I had 2-in-line, I had 4-in-line, 3-in-line, I got a Boxer, and this is my first V-twin. And from all the engines I had, this is the one I have most fun of it, because if you want to do a wheelie on a 4-in-line, you have to rev it up and then probably use your clutch if your bike hasn't have enough horsepower because it's lacking the torque. And this one, just put it in second, just give it a little throttle, turn off traction control, lose the throttle, give throttle full open, and your front wheel just lifts up, and it's very stable to do so. I'm not encouraging you guys to do the same like me, but you'll probably done a wheelie a few or two. So that's it. I'm currently thinking about changing over the exhaust. This one's okay, but I would have preferred to have more sound out of it. I might go over to a buddy of mine and grind everything open from this end open, just on the weld, and then replace all of the dampening wool that's inside with a different type. And if you see, you can probably won't see this, but this tube goes all the way into across here about, but there aren't any holes in them. You just want this to make like a straight end all the way across to here, and I'm probably make it fit somewhere around here. Takes quite a modification, and then just fill everything up with dampening wool. I'm probably going to make quite a different sound, but on the other hand, if you want to sell the bike to another owner and he doesn't want to have like an loud exhaust, then I'll probably use the stock one, and then if he wants the second exhaust with the bike, he can have the second exhaust. But yeah, but I'll probably buy another one. So that's probably going to be the next update. No, it's going to be the update from that's Eiffel route that we're going to do, if I have the time to convert any videos. So yeah, that's it. But first thing first, I'm prepping the bike right now. The weather is sucky, but it's about I think I have my keys here so you guys can see, or not. Nope, don't have my keys here. Nope. So I think it's about 19 degrees. The past few days were 30 degrees plus. That was a little bit too much for a leather suit. Today is great weather. I got a day off. It's a national day off, so we'll see. So thank you.